Have you ever wondered what school looks like in different countries? Sometimes we get so used to the education system here in America because it's what we grew up with. It's all we've ever known. Sometimes we forget to look at other countries with more successful education systems and learn from them. Today I will be talking about why Finland has a better education system than the United States. I am credible to speak on this topic because I have done extensive research and have adequate knowledge to provide a convincing argument. I will be persuading you to believe that Finnish education is better than American education by providing stats like PISA test scores and by explaining other aspects of Finnish education which make it successful, such as teacher education and autonomy, formative assessments, and foreign language education. PISA test scores demonstrate how Finland educates their students better than America does. In the article, Learning from Finland, Formative Assessment, KDA Hendrickson states, in recent years, Finland has received international attention for its student scores on the Programme for International Student Assessment, the PISA. The PISA is an international assessment taken by 15-year-olds in approximately 57 different countries every 3 years. According to Seeing the United States Education System Through the Prism of International Comparisons by Andreas Schleicher, PISA seeks to assess not merely whether students can reproduce what they have learned in science, mathematics, and reading, which is easy to teach and test, but also how well they can extrapolate from what they have learned and apply their knowledge in novel situations. According to Why Are Finland Schools Successful by Lionel Hancock, results from the 2000 PISA revealed Finnish youth to be the best young readers in the world. In 2003, they were first in math. By 2006, Finland was first out of 57 countries in science. In the 2009 PISA, which I have graphed up here on my slideshow, Finland came in second in science, third in reading, and sixth in math out of 57 countries, while the United States ranked 15th in reading, 23rd in science, and 31st in math, significantly lower than Finland. Finland also boasts the smallest achievement gap between schools. In the article, Attitudes Toward Education in Finland and Other Nordic Countries, Matti Kairo and Kari Naisola state, the results of the PISA survey show that Finnish learning outcomes have been among the most even of the OECD countries. Finland does a good job of ensuring consistency from school to school in their education system. In the article, The Finnish Miracle of PISA, Historical and Sociological Remarks on Teaching and Teacher Education, Samola proclaims, explanations of and underlying reasons for the Finnish success in international comparative assessments has been eagerly sought ever since. According to public discussion, it is unequivocally attributable to excellent Finnish teachers and high-quality Finnish teacher education. Teachers, no matter what part of the world they teach in, have a great responsibility. They are responsible for educating and guiding our youth and passing down important values and knowledge, which can impact a child's future and success. Finland recognizes the important role teachers play in our society and work to produce excellent teachers and highly qualified teachers to teach their youth. According to The Finnish Way by Joan Richardson, to teach in Finland now requires a 5-year master's degree in education, unlike schools in America where teachers are hired with only a 2-year college degree. There are 8 universities in Finland that offer teacher preparation programs, and admission to a program includes a national entrance exam and a personal interview. Only 1 of every 10 applicants is accepted, so it's competitive, and that's how they ensure they're getting the best of the best when it comes to teachers. Finland's teacher education is research-based, meaning the programs involve an integration of educational theories, research methodologies, and practice, building an understanding of how learning and teaching are related to each other. Richardson states, Finnish teachers work in conditions more closely associated with being professionals than the highly regulated environment of American schools. Finnish teachers enjoy the trust of the general public and also of the political and even economic elite, which is rare in many countries. In the article, Let's Finish Schooling, Henrik Solbach explains, Finnish teachers have a very high degree of autonomy that includes control of curriculum, student assessment, and school improvement. Instead of implementing standards, prescribing curricula, and conducting frequent tests, like the way America operates, Finnish educational authorities trust in the professionalism of teachers and schools do not patronize them with regulations. I will now share how teachers in Finland assess their students and how their methods differ from methods used in the United States. Finland's high scores on the PISA test can be partly attributed to the lack of high-stakes testing in the country. Paraphrased from Hendrickson's article, Finland uses a low or no-stakes form of testing called formative assessment. Formative assessment is a process used by teachers to gather information about students' learning during instruction. Formative assessment provides both teacher and student with immediate feedback on the student comprehension of a learning target. Hendrickson states, whereas routine high-stakes testing in the United States is used to rank students, teachers, and schools, assessment in Finland is encouraging and supported by nature and intended to improve learning. Finnish educators have a hard time understanding the United States' fascination with standardized tests. Hancock quotes one Finnish teacher who explained, "Americans like all these bars and graphs and colored charts. It's nonsense. We know much more about the children than these tests can tell us." In fact, Finland is hardly interested in their PISA test scores. Hancock explains, "Still, there is a distinct absence of chest thumping among the famously reticent Finns. They are eager to celebrate their World Hockey Championship, but their PISA scores not so much." Pasi Solberg states, "We prepare children to learn how to learn, not how to take a test. We are not much interested in PISA. It's not what we're about." Hendrickson then quotes one school principal in Finland who says, "Some testing is thus ultimately necessary, only to prove that regular testing is not." Another area the United States could improve on is foreign language education. Finland has a greater focus on foreign language education than the United States. According to Fostering Foreign Language Proficiency, What Can the U.S. Learn from Other Countries by Donna Christian et al., the U.S. doesn't often look beyond its own borders for new ideas in education, perhaps because America views their country as a global leader always on the forefront of social innovation. But in foreign language education, other countries lead and the United States lags behind. Today in Europe, more than 50% of adults speak a second language fluently. By contrast, only 9% of adults in the US are highly proficient in a second language. In Finland, all students must study a minimum of 2 languages. One of the 2 official languages, Swedish or Finnish, whichever is not native to the student, and 1 foreign language, most often English. Today, I've persuaded you to believe that Finnish education is better than American education by providing stats like PISA test scores and by explaining other aspects of Finnish education which make it successful, such as teacher autonomy, teacher education and autonomy, formative assessments, and foreign language education. I hope after listening to my speech you have realized why Finland has better education than the United States and maybe have a desire to see some change in our current education system. Thank you for listening.